All right, this is going to be the game three kind of recap. We're still in the provisional stage of finding our ratings, so we're getting moving up big chunks and getting paired up every time. I expected this would be tough and maybe even to lose this one because I kind of think I belong somewhere around here. This is after I won. I got up to 1679. I was in the 1500s, so big variance in the rating to be expected with only 3 games. And yeah, I thought it would be tough, so I wanted to stick with something that I kind of know well. And I don't think I knew it well enough because he got an advantage pretty straight away. But we went with the Carl, and he pushes e5, so bishop f5 is pretty natural here, book move. And he immediately opposes, and I thought this was best. But I also thought that I could get away with dropping the bishop back. And so I did it, and this is a pretty sizable error for being early in the game. That is something to note. My opening prep needs a lot of work to go astray so early. And there were some complications with this. I was never able to safely push h6 in the game because I would have to, that would almost always, I think, be met with bishop captures g6, and then I would have to take with the f pawn, and my kingside structure would just be shattered. But the game continues, knight f3. It's a normal looking move, but the computer doesn't like it. The computer wants him to capture, and I wanted him to do this. It's kind of interesting that this is advantage. I just like playing with an open file early on. And I mean, maybe this is playable, but the computer's not going to like it for black. But I mean, you get kind of activity. Okay. Anyway. Oh, maybe we can... So he pushes. This is pretty aggressive. Sometimes this bishop can get trapped, which is maybe not here. But I mean, that's why it's useful to play h6, so you have a square to tuck the bishop back into, and I just can't do that because of what I just described. Just blockading the pawn and pinning the knight. And for some reason, I was worried about g4 here, which is a bit silly since you can just take the pawn. I don't know what I was hallucinating. But I thought if you played g4, I was just going to drop the bishop back instead of capturing. And I'm not sure why I couldn't see that in the game, but I don't know. It's just a bit silly. He continues. Bishop e3. Just getting the pieces out. Move order here. Knights, which ones are coming first? I think they're both coming to like e7 and d7. Wants the other one first, but not that big of a deal. And c5, typical Carl stuff. And shortly after here, maybe even now, I was kind of feeling the pressure. I felt like he had a better position, but this is still pretty good for me. And here is where I went wrong. What I was worried about, if the knight comes in, which the knight, that was the plan. That's why you put the knight on e7, so you can move it to c6. And then you're pressuring d4. That's kind of always the goal in the Caro-Kann, or even like French defense structures, is you want to line up attackers here and maybe break the center open on your terms. So I was worried to play this because I thought that this would be uncomfortable. But the computer tells me that you just play queen c7 and you're fine. So I wanted to stop bishop b5, so I played a6, and that's not the way. I'm not sure why. Show follow-up. Takes, just because of takes. Okay. And then now you just kind of have to play this anyway, huh? Well, yeah. I mean, this isn't like, you know, white has an advantage here, but it's not crazy. Interesting to note that g4 here is supported by the queen now, so it's playable for white. And now maybe you're kind of running into some issues with these pawns coming, and your king's going to be pretty weak over here. All your pieces are on the going to be traded off or on the queen side. This bishop doesn't have anywhere great to go. Can the bishop capture? Will I even have time? No, I don't have time. Yeah. So the bishop has to come to e7, and then what are you going to castle here? Like that's, yeah, it's uncomfortable. Okay, so that's wrong. a6 is wrong. Just bring the knight out. We get something similar in the game. Wait, yeah, to what the computer wanted, right? Yeah. Wait, I might have misread this. Okay, yeah, I kind of just misread that line. So knight c6 is best. What about captures here? Yeah, that doesn't work. I guess the point is that g4 is not supported by the queen in this line. Is it? Takes. Yeah. a6. Yeah, I think that might have something to do with it. Okay, so continuing the game, yeah, we bring the knight out here. And he can't play bishop b5, woohoo. But, okay, and even here I was feeling uncomfortable. He's got a pretty good clamp down on my position here. But the computer says that's a blunder. And I didn't see it. I guess it's giving up this advantage away on the king side because you're blocking the queen. You can't play g4 anymore. But what's it want for a follow-up? Takes, just simply takes. That's crazy. I missed that. Pawn could be captured. That's an... Okay. I was just a little gun shy here. I was a little playing scared. And I should have just seen that, I think. So I gave the advantage right back. Captures with the pawn. And now this is tough for me to deal with. And I was... I don't know. I didn't want him coming in. Kind of scared of this. Scared of the pin. And I wanted to kick his queen out. And I thought if he takes en passant, like this, I capture the pawn and I get rid of like one of his scary pawns. And maybe I'm able to develop from here. But this still doesn't look great. And very similar mistake kind of to my last game where I'm pushing these pawns and making weaknesses and like this. So here, yeah, I didn't want to give up h7. Obviously, you have to defend it, and I kind of felt like he went astray. Obviously, that's a blunder, but I mean, this is still just winning for him. When could he have done this? I don't know. I was really scared of c6. Yeah. Because I missed something here. So c6, knight b6. And I thought he could push again and get his queen in with check, and you're attacking the knight. And I missed that the knight vacates d7, so the queen can come in to block the check. I thought the queen had to go to c8, which is a losing position. So I thought he was going to go in that direction. I wasn't so worried about his kingside attack. I was more worried about this. But I don't know, maybe this is more direct. Okay, and this is just a blunder, and a pretty clean one too. It just like trading here, you're even pulling the queen off the c file, so it's not supporting this push anymore, and he has to spend a move to get back. And I was relieved to see that, and also that this is just a dead knight, and he resigned here. I might have been a bit premature to resign here. I still feel like he has some chances. Like, this pawn is really annoying. Like, he gave his advantage back, and that's discouraging. But I really wasn't playing well. So I feel like he could have kept pushing, at least try something. But in any case, he resigned, and we kind of got lucky to come out with the W there. So yeah, that was how game 3 went.